Good. Why didn't I have that more than once?
Believe it or not, that was staged.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure was.
Hello!
And welcome.
So we'll figure it out. Hello.
And welcome.
So we'll figure it out.
We're your hosts, Blake,
Mike.
And Travis.
and today we're going to be discussing a pretty good topic, I believe. Actually, two topics. We're going to be discussing some underrated movies.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. As a matter of fact, we have a trailer for the first movie that we'll be discussing on this clip.
It's going to be a short clip because we can't include the whole thing, but take a look.
This is not going to go the way you think.
And welcome back. Derek, I hope you're watching this.
Now, obviously, you can see that was not an underrated movie, but Derek hasn't seen the
It
trailer.
might end up being underrated. I feel like the first movie was underrated.
Beside the point.
Well, that is what's up.
Derek.
Either way, we just got you to watch the trailer without getting you to watch the trailer, so you're welcome.
Enjoy. We love you. Back on point.
Yes.
All right. Today we're going to be discussing underrated movies, and we will get into Star Wars at some point in the future, I believe. I don't know if it's this podcast or the next one, blah, blah, blah. Underrated movies. We're going to jump right into it because we've spent way too long trying to get this intro done. So, Michael, you brought up a very interesting movie that I actually hadn't even heard of until now.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite movies. It is underrated. It's a movie called Sunshine. I don't know if we're going to actually have the trailer that we can put on here, but it's kind of like a psychological thriller. I enjoy it because I've always enjoyed everything you have to do with sci-fi. This has the elements of your science fiction movie in there, but it also has to do a lot with just people dealing with everyday lives associated with it. So when you, look, your best bet, watch the trailer, go out there. It's probably on Netflix. If it's not on Netflix, get it on Amazon. Find the movie. It's something I think you guys would really enjoy.
What I think we're going to do as well is in the description for this video down below, I think we're going to include, or maybe we can put the sublink right here, the hyperlink right here, just so you guys can go check out the trailer and then come back to this podcast, or this web show, I should say, and pick it up from where you left off, just so you have an idea of what we're talking about. I thought it was really interesting just from the trailer. I'm going to go watch it whenever I get home. Travis, is that all we're going to say about it? Like, that's all you want to say about it?
You know what? Yeah, because even though, like I said, we're talking about underrated stuff.
Okay.
One of my favorite things to do is get someone to go watch it and then get your interest peaked. Go watch the thing. I mean, seriously, it's not that long. It's only, I believe, about an hour and a half, hour 45.
All 20 of our viewers, you need to go check it out right now.
You know,
Yes,
we've got
all
25
20.
subscribers now.
All 25 of our subscribers, although 5 of you probably are off of YouTube 90% of the time, go watch it.
Technically, it's 22. I've subscribed under 3 different names.
Anyway, Travis.
Not really. I didn't do it.
Let's just rotate slightly. Travis.
Hello there.
All right.
What am I talking? Oh, right, yes. I'm still trying to decide what my underrated movie's going to be.
Okay,
I've
well,
got a
back over
couple,
to
but I
me.
think I'm going to go with The Force Awakens.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Hear me out on this.
Okay.
Everyone looks at it and just puts it aside because it's so much like the fourth movie. And yeah, it is. But it also does deviate at certain points. Like, give me a look.
I'm giving the camera a look, and it's going to zoom in on my face like, boy.
Do you have a problem with Force Awakens?
I don't have a problem with it, aside from the fact that everyone in North America has seen it.
Yes.
Well, the whole point of this discussion is underrated movies. So what do you think it's underrated? This is something I'm actually interested in. What do you think it's...
Okay, fair point. I'll buy it.
Because I like the way they introduced all the characters. They still gave ample time to flesh them out and stuff. and everyone would just cast it aside because it's so much like the fourth movie. And yes, or first movie, depending on how you look at it. And yes, it is pretty much almost identically like it. But they even reference that. It's like, really, another Death Star? This one's just bigger. But
the training drones, Han Solo. However, I actually didn't think it was too much like the fourth one. But that's just because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I didn't try to equate it to a previous movie. I tried to watch it as a film or film fanatic, I should say. I enjoyed all the new aspects of this movie, which I think a lot of people didn't do. Mm-hmm. A lot of people just went and said, "Oh, this is like this is like this has this similarity, blah blah blah." Enjoy it as a new movie.
Exactly, as a new movie, I think it was pretty good.
I see what you mean there.
Like,
a lot of people just played it down.
Yeah, it had a lot of good scenes. They fleshed out the new characters, Rey and Finn and all them, gave them reasons of why they act the way they do. And yeah.
You know, I can see it. I'll play devil's advocate here. I can see where a lot of people are saying it looks exactly like some of the older movies. Granted, you have Disney's funding now, which means that you can throw CGI at everything and see how it sticks. But it is kind of a cookie cutter starting from the original episodes all the way up to the new episodes and whatever you want to go along with. It is. You have to build. It's kind of like the Marvel universe. Whenever they introduce a new superhero, they have the beginning,
formula,
the middle, and the end of getting these characters developed. And Star Wars has always had the exact same method when it comes to episode 4, 5, and 6, episodes 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, I can see where they copied that, but I can also see where you're coming from. There are newer characters, and they're developing slightly different, but you can still see the hints of the original episodes.
Yeah, but one thing I also like in this is, granted, so none of us were alive for the original Star Wars movies, or old enough to remember them.
We're so young.
But
I wasn't alive. Don't look at me.
He's still old though.
Well, you're around for like the when they re-released 4, 5, and 6 special edition, probably in theaters. But
well, even before they did the release on that, yeah, I'll age myself. Let me put it this way: Marty McFly came on the big screen the year I was born, so we'll put it like that.
Okay. So back then, I had everything. That was all great. The prequels, while they have their faults, we knew where the story was going to go because it was a prequel, so there wasn't anything unknown about this. This, granted, it could start out like that, but the way they had everything branching off in different ways and showed like the big bad in the first movie versus unlike the original trilogy, they didn't really do that as much. They didn't show the Emperor till the end. I feel like they fleshed out the villain Kylo Ren a lot more than they did Darth Vader in the first movie.
Well,
I'm gonna actually. I 100% see where you're coming from on that. I feel like that Kylo Ren was actually too underdeveloped as a character. Like, I feel like Darth Vader, obviously, from the get-go, he was already established as the villain in the movie, which I loved. Kylo Ren, it's taken him up to the second film to be developed as a character, which I love. I love the fact that they're saying, hey, to see this guy develop more, to see this character develop more, and this one develop more, go see the next movie. I love that. I love that I need to progress my characters this way. A lot of people shot the movie down saying, man, he was just a whiny brat, he was just this, he was just that, oh, who is Rey, blah, blah, blah. It was, people kept putting down the movie because it wasn't a good standalone film. And the thing is, it's not meant to be a standalone. It's meant to be
part of a saga.
It's meant to be a sequel and a prequel to another movie. That's the point of having an entire saga. You wouldn't just go watch the 4th Harry Potter movie. Are there even 4 of them?
There's like 7, 8.
Yeah, exactly. See,
you just made us lose subscribers for that. Just that.
Crop that out. just blur that piece out.
Who's Harry Potter?
Okay.
How many movies does he have?
Like,
when
I
you,
don't know, maybe 2.
When you see this, like, if you're going through and editing it, just cut it at this point. Like, go back and fix that, because I don't want us to, like, have, how dare he? You know? That's just never been my thing. Anyway, and then, continuing. So, we'll find a mid-roll for that. My point being is that a lot of people are underrating the movie as a whole because it doesn't stand alone. And it's not meant to.
Well, and the answer to the question, which a lot of people were complaining about the whining that he did. I mean, seriously, if you watch the originals, 4, 5, and 6 and stuff like that, everyone that was a Skywalker was a whiny little turd. Luke was annoying with his constant
You know what?
whining.
That proves that Rey's not a Skywalker.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't whine at all. She well, yeah, I could see that, but she could also have some Padme or something in that. That could be where she's
Obi-Wan
coming from.
Kenobi got around.
I still like that idea of Rey Kenobi.
Obi-Wan. That's a possibility.
She's
even
too young to
Anakin-
be Rey Kenobi.
The
but
Duchess?
Maybe her granddaughter. or
Anybody
something.
watch Clone Wars? The Duchess. Just saying. She was
Either way.
good looking. He was a young, handsome lad.
Rey was
Stuff
not
happens.
whiny. Kylo was. So was Anakin. So was Luke. They all did it. Although, okay, I know it's not going to be in the movie, but am I the only one that when Mark Hamill made his appearance during the movie that I was kind of hoping when it faded out you would have heard the Joker laugh? I know they would never do the crossover, but I would have lost it. I would have loved it so much.
Hello, Batman. It's so good to see you.
Well, hello, Rey.
Hello, Ray. It's so good to see you.
I'm that dude. I would think it was absolutely
I just say
hysterical.
it's
I
like-
would have loved it.
Oh, you need help getting up the here? You need a hand getting up the steps? I know I need a hand.
Or better yet, he takes off the hood and you just see the red smile, and then it just cuts to black. Just cut immediately.
I would eat that up. I know that they would never do that, but look, I'm the guy that goes to movies like this, and I would love to see just random stupid crossovers.
You know what? They can make Luke go insane from being like by himself, and then
Force lightning, he gets that smile.
Okay,
You wanna
speaking
know
of
how I got
random
these scars?
stupid crossovers, if you go back and watch the Star Wars trailer that we showed on there, Derek, by the way, again, you are welcome once more. If you pause it, I can't remember the exact time frame on there,
I
but
can't remember.
if you stop at the AT-ATs,
I think it was 155.
was it 155?
I think it was
155.
155.
Stop at it. Look at it. Pause it just for a second. Take a look at the profile picture. Go on Google. Bring up Cylons. Tell me they didn't find their way into this universe. I'm sorry. That's just me. I look at it and I'm like, those fracking toasters have come into the Star Wars universe.
He's got a point.
you know what? If you're a Star Wars fan, go check out Battlestar Galactica anyways, because you will love it.
Might as well.
You might as well.
Especially if you're a fan of all the space fights and everything in Star Wars.
And moving on from Star Wars, because
Alright, Blake, what is
we
your
have a
underrated
topic about
movie?
Star Wars coming up anyway. But the underrated, the underrated movie I'm going to be discussing is actually going to be 12 Rounds, starring John Cena. I know. What is he talking about? Yes, there's actually a movie called 12 Rounds with John Cena as the lead actor, and it was put out by WWE. Just tells you it's all fake. And link for that one's going to be in the description as well. The reason I loved it, it was actually a very interesting knockoff of Saw. That's how I'm going to describe it. You said that earlier, and I thought it was a really good description. It's about a cop who, a year down the road, this ex-con starts hunting him down. He kidnaps his wife, blah, 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 puts him through a series of 12 different tests in order to save his wife, and it's all a ruse. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. You guys really need to go check it out, especially people who love John Cena. I know all the meme lovers out there love John Cena. Go check it out. I thought it was a fantastic movie. I watch it every time I go to my barbershop. I'm like, if I'm the only one in there, hey guys, put on 12 Rounds. Takes me the entire movie to get my lines done. I can't believe I just said that on camera. Anyway, it's a fantastic movie. Great plot line. Great acting. He's staring at me.
I'm trying to see your lines.
I need to go back.
To the future?
Yes. To where I didn't get this done. Anyway. Anyway.
Yes, I know. My laugh makes you sound like an idiot. Go on. Talking about 12 Rounds.
Okay. I pretty much don't have anything else to add to that beyond that.
I want to go watch it after
It's a
seeing the
it
trailer.
was a fantastic movie. You remember when a few years back we used to all get together at the Tobin's old house? Do you remember that?
You mean our movie nights?
Yeah, we had movie nights.
We
that was
also
the
had
one you
houses for
missed.
that.
That was the one you missed.
Oh.
And it was so good. I loved it, and I watched it again and again. And it's good every time you watch it. There's a few cheesy parts
Wait,
in it.
I might have
because-
been there for that, actually.
Did you? Were you? Because we all started talking about John Cena in the middle of the movie.
John Cena.
And they were like, Detective Fisher. And his name was
Wait.
John Cena.
Was this Ricky's movie?
I think it was Derek's.
Okay,
Anyway, back
before we
on
go
topic.
on
honestly
to
feel like
the
I
whole
remember it.
point of the movie night was you would have someone at random that would pick the movie, and they would play it for everyone. I mean, sometimes you'd give hints, sometimes you wouldn't. And I know sometimes there was even options. Hey, what type of movie, the genre you'd be interested in, but no one would know what it was until you showed up. And that was actually a really good premise. I like that.
I love it.
Me
And
too.
in fact,
We should get
that's
that going
also how I
again.
found.
Can we Skype you in?
I'm game.
But it was also how I finally watched. What was it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I
was also an
loved
underrated
that.
movie.
I feel like that.
That was an underrated.
I feel like we should just
That
bring
was
that
an
up real
underrated
quick.
movie.
If you haven't seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, go and check it out. It is the most stupidly entertaining movie I've seen. The references of the answer to life being 42 to, hey, a potted plant just turned into a whale. If you don't get that, go watch it. I swear, you'll
That
enjoy
is
it.
a good movie. Derek showed it to me years ago.
It is a good movie. It doesn't do justice to the book, but then again, I have yet to see a movie that actually does justice to the book.
No, you can't find one because the book gets into so much more detail and so much more depth than a movie can. Because a book can tell you how the actors, or what the people are thinking, what they're feeling, what they're smelling, what they're seeing. A movie is just what you're seeing in a third
I know,
person.
but that's I think the reason why that movie was underrated is because not a lot of people read the book.
Yeah.
It is a very good book.
Go check
It
it
gets
out.
you thinking. So I mean, if you just want a book that you can just get into like your nothing box, as my wife likes to call it, where you just read and not really think too much about it, I wouldn't recommend the book. But if you're one of those people that like to read and actually think about what's going on and actually, yeah, I mean, it gets you thinking. Then I'd
Fantastic.
recommend the book. The movie was great, but a lot of people who didn't read the book, like I said earlier, just kind of looked at it and like, what is this? You know. But no, it was an excellent book. I took friends that had never read the book. I had a friend actually that never even heard of the book. I took her to go see it, and she thought it was absolutely hysterical. To this day, as far as I know, she still quotes things from the movie. So that's one of the things I like about
Hello,
it.
ground.
I have a podcast for us to do sometime.
What's up?
Book adaptations. How they compare to the books.
That'd be good.
That'd be a really good future one.
All right. Well, we just went from 3 to 4 underrated movies, and showed you a clip from Star Wars. I think that's pretty good.
I think that's really good, and
And we finally did it without saying. Never mind. We already have to cut one section out where I said I didn't know what this certain movie series and book series was. I mean, I know about it. It's just I haven't really taken the time to dig into it.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like 72% certain that I've seen 12 runs.
Well, then here's the thing. Since we're talking about underrated movies,
I got that reference.
guess what we're doing?
I was making a reference.
You were anyway.
There you go. You watch 12 Rounds. You watch Sunshine. That left me a Star Wars. I'm very happy with that choice. I'm going home and I'm watching Star Wars again. So, there
Or
we go.
you could watch the other one, Hitchhikers.
I actually own Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
There you go. Watch that.
But, unfortunately, it's packed up right now.
Of course it is.
For our viewers who don't know, I know this is kind of a late announcement. I'm actually moving out of state.
Out of country, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not really quite out of country.
I'm pretty much out of country.
So, either way, I'm going to be long distance. I'll still be a part of the show, even though this is my second podcast.
here on this ice
Which is really sad because we've been trying to get you on.
It's snowing
But
sideways.
as you can guess by our production schedule, we don't get together very often.
We don't. It's just because of my work schedule.
What's a schedule?
I have a 2-year-old at the house, which also means it's very difficult to be able to come here, especially when my wife's also working. So that's another reason why I'm not out here for most of the time. 'cause when
Ladies
they're
and gentlemen, coolest
absolutely
dad
free.
alive.
I'll accept that. Anyway, for the most part, when everyone else is recording, I'm babysitting. And we don't even have a baby here. The bird is being quiet. The cat is being quiet. Morgan is ignoring us right now, as far as I know.
She's probably
And
asleep.
it's been what? See, it is now... Okay, so
21.
it's been about an hour. And we're just now getting to this because we can't get through anything about laughing half the time.
Has it
Now
really
imagine
been?
the 2-year-old
Oh my
running around in
gosh.
here screaming and asking for his bottle.
Pausing every 5
So.
seconds. But on the bright side, I mean, in fairness, it's been an hour and we've only recorded 20 minutes of actual content, and the rest of it's all blooper reels.
What's
So,
funny is we
Most of the blooper reels will never make it on the internet.
What's funny is
God,
goes
I
our
hope
monetization.
not.
you guys got here at like 6:30. It's now 10:30.
Well, okay, yeah, we got here around
We
6:30.
ate and stuff, but it was funny because we're like, okay, we'll just grab food and then we'll start.
And then we played Black Ops, and then we did this, and
We should
then
play more Black Ops.
or
You know
something.
what? I think we should. I think you know what? Let's do it. We'll figure it out. Gaming channel edition.
We're gonna get a capture card soon enough, and we can start recording our games.
And that's not a hint. We're not turning into a gaming channel. Wink, wink.
The microphone's right there. He's not just randomly putting his head toward my crotch to talk.
You see this ball right here? This little... Never mind.
Oh, I see where you're going with this play.
I wasn't trying to go there with it, but apparently it went there.
And we lost monetization on this video.
Keep that in because it technically wasn't. Never mind.
You know what? Okay, I have some. Have you guys seen the New Mutants trailer?
Yes, I have.
Have you
not.
seen? Okay,
Wait, was that what you sent to the chat?
that was it.
No.
Matt sent that, I think. Yeah.
But was it that trailer?
Yes.
I did see it.
What do you think of a X-Men movie that's also a horror movie?
I'm so confused. Like, what's happening?
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that. If you haven't seen the trailer, let's see, we can't put a link to it at the bottom.
And if we can, it'll be right here in the hyperlink.
Everything's gonna be in the description because that way you can actually click on it.
Oh, well, in that
Yeah,
case,
there's gonna
ignore
be so
this
many
because it's not
movies.
going to be here. There's no hyperlink, apparently. 'cause
Oh wait,
Travis-
no, I can do that because I can do the
Thank
annotation
you.
thing. I have a link in. YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there will either be a hyperlink or not. Either way.
The choice is yours or mine
His. You don't get a choice because
Or-
you're just the viewer.
or Trey's.
Eh.
Trey, you put it in there.
Trey's not going to edit
Make it
this.
so.
Trey's not going to edit this. You kidding me?
If you have a gaming channel, he might.
Fair point.
Either way, take a look at the trailer if you haven't seen it yet. I think it's interesting. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I am going to be skeptical with it. I mean, even though I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, let's see how it goes. But I usually, for me, and this is kind of like the rule, for every horror movie, everything that's scary is in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
But
There wasn't really that much that was
it's
scary.
an interesting genre
No.
to take a superhero thing.
Well, not really, because if you read a lot of the comic books and some of the graphic novels, depending on what character you're going with, some of that stuff is some really good. Yeah, I mean, like for instance, one of my favorite all-time graphic novels that goes along to the darker end of things is actually The Killing Joke.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Now, that movie, we're not going to get into because,
That's a whole podcast in itself.
yeah.
That is but either way, that's what I'm saying. So we'll see how it goes. When you bring the universe of superheroes into this, you can cross over to almost any other genre if you do it right. So that's why I'm going to give it the benefit of that. I'm still skeptical just because I have yet to see a good horror movie, anything that would be considered a thriller, anything psychological. It just doesn't. I'm the dude that laughs during scary movies.
I'm the dude that, like, jumps back and then cackles with laughter. Even though I was really far away from the mic, you probably didn't hear a word I said, and it sounded like something else. My point being, I love scary movies. I thought I hated scary movies, and then I found out I love them. Except for Annabelle, I refuse to watch anything with dolls or exorcisms.
Okay.
That's like every horror movie these days.
They're just constantly recreating the exact same thing when it comes to horror movies.
I'll say this much. The one thing they didn't recreate was Get Out.
I still need to see that.
I have yet to see that movie. as
Oh
well.
my gosh.
I hear it's amazing.
That was a bug. Or just not randomly grabbing it air.
It's dead
You
now.
karate kidded it.
I'm really good at that.
Okay, you know what else was... I mean, I know we were talking about underrated movies. Another one that I thought was kind of underrated was House on Haunted Hill. Since we're talking about kind of like the scary genre. House on Haunted Hill, if I remember correctly, because I was in high school when it came out. It was...
Man, you're so old.
Shut up. It had to do with a insane asylum that had apparently been haunted and everything like that. Now, a lot of the people I went to go see the movie with, they were terrified of it. Me, I got a glimpse of the ghost that was going around killing everyone. I thought it looked like Gumby. So I'm serious. Every time I see stupid things like that, I always... It's just something. I always I laugh. Like of It, I always laugh because when I see the movie It, I think of that meme where... Ronald McDonald says, "I've killed more people than you." So I'm just like, okay, for me, it doesn't do anything.
I haven't seen that meme.
You haven't seen that meme?
That's terrible.
You have to Google it. And the thing that makes it even funnier is because it's true.
Yeah.
Ronald, you're a bastard.
On Haunted Hill.
You're going to look up.
No,
He's looking up the ghost from House on Haunted Hill. But it's just me. I see these scary movies, and I find something humorous in it. Like the movie White Noise. That was such a stupid premise to me.
That?
Yeah, but during that scene, it was so quick that it looked like Gumby. So I for the rest of the movie, I thought Gumby's going around killing people. That also ages me. Go look up Gumby when that originally came out. That was the show I watched when I was a kid. That and Mr. Rogers. So,
He's so old. Now, since we're going back to it, I've got another movie that I think is underrated.
Okay.
Cabin in the Woods.
you know, I didn't see that movie.
I haven't seen it. I refuse to see it.
Why do you refuse to see it?
Stereotypical slasher film.
It is not.
Maybe I'll hear that random cat.
Okay,
meow.
you didn't hear it. His cat meowed randomly.
Of course, you guys didn't hear it, but we'll probably edit in a cat meow.
This is why it's underrated, because everyone looks at it and thinks, oh, it's just another horror movie and it's not even that scary. It is a horror movie, but it's not. It's, in a way, it's almost a parody of horror movies. But not like in trying to be funny. Like, it's like one that actually makes you think about the layout that every horror movie goes through and stuff.
Okay.
I don't
It's
understand.
written by Joss Whedon and directed by Drew Goddard. So
I don't understand.
just go watch the movie.
I think from what he's getting at, it's kind of like it makes you think it's the same, just regular slasher movie, but it probably has some psychological stuff in it too. And okay.
And it kind of makes you think about the layout that every standard movie goes through, and it's like they're kind of parodying it. Like,
Okay.
oh, we have to have this element, we have to have this element. And
Now, sometimes getting away from the element is good. So this goes into another underrated movie, Evil Dead. I love how we just randomly got on the horror movies. Now,
is that the Ash versus Evil Dead?
this is where it came from. Okay, so the Evil Dead. For those of you who don't know what this is, first off, if you don't know what the Evil Dead is, if you don't know what Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness is, you're probably too young to be on here. Go ask your mom and dad to go show you what.
If you guys
this
don't
is.
know what it is and you're too young to be on here, quit lying about your age just to get a YouTube channel. Seriously. That's what disclaimers are for.
I don't think our channel's 18 plus though.
Go back to school.
Maybe they are in school. Maybe they're 19 in school.
Stay in school.
Don't do drugs.
Stay away from drugs and alcohol. And remember, nothing good happens after midnight. And nothing's open after midnight except for mid-roll.
No, the role is nothing good happens after 2
That's because we all live in Indian River County, and everyone goes to bed at 7 o'clock.
Well, now everyone knows where we live. I just hit
We-
myself really hard with
you-
this class ring. Wow.
We
They
know,
all knew that from when we did the hurricane specials.
Oh, yeah.
and you post things like advertising the beach and stuff here.
That's true. Well,
Put the water on your head because you smacked yourself with your classroom.
that actually really hurt.
All right, so anyway, we're gonna get back to it. The whole reason why we talked about Evil Dead, and sometimes it's a good thing to get away from it. You need to see the Evil Dead. It was designed to be your classic horror slasher gore fest movie, but it was so bad that people started laughing at it. It was more comedic than anything. Well, they thought they would try it again with the Evil Dead 2.
Was it even worse?
It was worse. So that's why they came up with Army of Darkness, and they did the same thing, but this time they knew
That it was-
it was going to be bad. And Army of Darkness, that movie is hysterical. Okay, you just have to go see it. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to give away the plot of it. I'm not going to give away anything about it. Just like I did the Sunshine, go watch it yourself. You're going to thank me later.
At what point do you get so depressed that you're just like, man, we really suck at this. Let's just own it.
Okay, you know what? They owned it and they did it right though, because when they did it,
It was-
it became a cult classic, and that's now where we have the show Ash versus the Evil Dead. And if you haven't seen that, it is great. It's a TV show. I think it's on. Is it on Showtime?
Maybe. I don't have Showtime, but I want to watch it just because I love Bruce Campbell.
We'll
Yeah.
find it and put it in the description for you.
The only reason why I know about it is because it is available. The season is available on Amazon.
Okay.
That's where I get a lot of my stuff. So you can go on there. You can rent it. You can just buy the season. I think you can get the whole standard season for like $20. But it's definitely worth it. And that just goes to show you, trying to play the genre and messing up epically, you can still turn it around for something good, and it would still be underrated. And that's exactly what it was. I mean, the Evil Dead 1 and 2 was just... They're stupid. But, yeah, I definitely recommend. Go see Army of Darkness.
All right.
You're going to enjoy it.
I'm going to go check it out now.
I'm going to as well.
You will thank me.
On that note, do we want to discuss the trailer.
Again? Yes, let's discuss
No,
it again.
did we already get into depth about it?
No,
Not
we
in
didn't get
depth.
into any depth at all. The whole point of us even showing the trailer was to get Derek to watch the trailer. Which, if we're going to discuss it again, Derek, you get to see it one more time.
He tried to turn it off as soon as he saw it.
All right. Well, since we're
probably-
actually over 30 minutes, I think we should probably go ahead and end it here because anything over 30 minutes, viewers tend to be like, "Well, forget this," unless it's PewDiePie, in which case, never mind.
PewDiePie.
How's it going, bros?
We
No.
need to figure out how to draw people in.
All we have to do is advertise PewDiePie something revealed, or
We're not going to do that stuff. All right, so next time on We'll Figure It Out, we'll continue this session on underrated, whether it be... You know what? Let's do TV shows next. You want to do underrated TV shows?
Absolutely.
That sounds good.
So next time on We'll Figure It Out, underrated TV shows.
Thanks for watching. And if you made it through to the end, thank you. You're one of our good viewers.
And what do I always say to close out? I forget. It's been so long.
I don't know, but your cup's upside down.
So it is.
Thank you for joining us on We'll Figure It Out. And join us next time where we figure it out.
And hopefully it won't take us an hour to get started.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.